Hi, welcome back to Kaylied Gamer. It's time for a stream now. It's an intense close-up. So it's not scaring too many subscribers away. Decided I'm going to stream a few PC Engine games this afternoon. I don't know if you can actually hear this. No, doesn't seem like the mic's working there, does he? Never mind. Hopefully now you can hear me. Maybe not. Can you hear me? Hello? Is anyone there? It seems as though he wants to output the mic. Does he? Is he outputting a mic? Don't know. Probably a good thing, really, if you can't hear this. That's audio. Same monitor and output. Through my phone, I ain't getting a lot of volume coming through. Not actually getting any game audio at all. Then we're gonna have to cut this one short and then possibly pop back on in a couple of minutes. Or is it just the way that I've got my YouTube video muted? All this modern technology for an old fart like me, I don't know. Yes. Just me. Yes. It's just me being an old fart. Anyway. Yeah, I decided to put another stream on this afternoon just to pardon the comedy part there. Just to play a few PC Engine shooters again. It's nice to actually shout out into the mic and prove that I ain't a vampire. Even though the light is starting to fade now this time in the afternoon. So, yes. Just maybe an old fart. Yes. Just maybe an old fart. So anyway, what I'll do, I've got the phone set up for comments. And we're going to be playing a few PC Engine games again. Again, I'm going to be using the Retrocade. purely for ease of use. I know it's an emu machine. I know it's emus on the farm again, but you know, it is what it is. And you know, I'm going to connect some of the real deal up at some point again soon, but not today. It's going to be purely a emu ostrich farm simulator today. On the coffee, it's a bit early for anything a bit more alcoholic. Right there. Exclusive rights to the Mega Drive games belongs to Sega Sox and his channel, so I think we're sticking with PC Engine for the moment. And we got a bit of an echo coming back off my phone actually, sorry about that. Right, we're going to play a little bit of Armed Formation F, which is a fairly low rent shooter on the PC Engine. It's a fun shooter, it's fairly low rent. I like it, it's alright. Some nice colourful graphics, bit of cheesy music. What else would you want on a 1988, 1990 coin-op conversion? Future Map Fly's a big fan of this one. Has he got the coin-op board of this one? Definitely one of those hidden gems that he never picked up until recently on PC Engine. If he did pick it up on the PC Engine, he's got the coin up order of it. But this is a nice colourful shooter with some simplistic graphics. The second stage in particular is brutal difficulty. Yeah. Got to get past that, we're on the first stage, talking about second stage. Yeah. Certainly need the auto fire pad to be playing this game. Yeah, obviously that bit at the start of the video, or start of the stream, with me. I actually got my video player set to mute on YouTube. Usually because I don't like playing the things too loud late on an evening videos, and obviously I usually, if I'm watching like the American streams, I just put captions on. Obviously they're much more amusing than listening to the pure commentary of the people streaming. Or it's like Tech Review USA, sometimes I tune into that guy, the Horseman. He's quite entertaining on an evening, but very topics and things. Also I do like tuning into his streams early hours of the morning. So shout out to Rich, Tech Review USA, who will be eagerly waiting to see this video. You know, I'll just got priority amongst these probably 15,000 subscribers he's got. Estimation. So you can move your characters around into different formations, hence the Armed Formation F. You can drop them back there. Unfortunately, you spend that much time messing around with your formation with your your pods at the side of your vehicle, or spacecraft or one for it, that you can actually spend too much time and you end up colliding into the bullets. But as you do. Oh no. It's been another one of those days today with the weather. Definitely a cold one out. Let's try another shooter. Let's go back to the main menu. And we played 1943 Kai, and now actually we're going to play the Super Graphics only release, which is 1941 Counterattack. Now I did have this game. Well, I sold it a while back. It's Megabucks. It's a Megabucks game. It's a really expensive game. I didn't pay a lot for it. I've mentioned several times. I'm going to bore you with the story, but yeah, I mean, I've trebled my money on it. Well, almost trebled my money on it. No, I kept it for about 4 years. Probably played it a dozen times. Decent shooter, but just really expensive shooter. Just gonna minimize that a little bit. Cut down on the old frame dips. I do apologise if you're losing any frames. I was actually thinking of just setting this to 30 frames a second, to be honest, because it don't really matter if it's 60 or 30 to me. It's just that at the moment, this with the settings, is capable of outputting the old 60 frames with this resolution I've got set up here. Obviously, your higher resolutions, it would suffer with frame dips because it's quite processor intensive, isn't it? OBS. And that was my fault. I should have just paused the thing and not gone back to the menu, because if you go back to the menu on a PC Engine emulator game on this, it tends to reset the game. But apart from that, this is a great way of playing PC Engine via, you know, cheap and cheerful emulation box. Really cheap and cheerful. So I was recently told that you can actually get these little Retrocade plug and plays with the SD adaptability from Argus, and you don't need to custom firmware it to play the majority of console games like PC Engine and Mega Drive and Super Nintendo. You just need to put the information on the SD card, or the data, the ROMs or whatever, on the SD card. You know, try that again. You know, have another go on that one. It deserves a better playthrough than that. That was pathetic. But yeah, I've been told they actually sell these things in August. I didn't realise at the time. I thought they were just available from Amazon or eBay. You can get it in eBay from America. I eBayed the ones that I've got, so I've got 2 of them. I eBayed them from American sellers. The one cost as much to post as it did to purchase the actual standalone console. It was like it was dirt cheap. One was dirt cheap. The second one wasn't dirt so cheap. Or should I say, the first one wasn't so cheap. The second one was. And the only reason I bought the second edition one was because it had PC Engine emulation on it. The very first Retrocade that got released in America didn't actually have the PC Engine emulation on it. And to me, I do like the option of playing the PC Engine on an HDMI without the fact that even though the emulation is slightly off, but it ain't bad. It handles the PC Engine games very well, in my opinion. Even super graphics. I'm saying I've got a super graphics, so it ain't like I'm comparing one emulation to another, I'm comparing it to the machine, so. But it's all good. It's all good. For or against it. I was heavily against emulation at one time. No, illegal emulation anyway. As I say, this thing is officially licensed. You get 90 games included with it, and you've got the option of adding extra games with the SD card. I'm sure a lot of people would. You can also follow another online tutorial on how to upgrade the system. I haven't actually done that, where you can actually run a custom firmware from the SD card and run your game information from a USB plugged in at one of the play ports. But no, I haven't actually done that. This does actually drop performance on super graphics on this level. You do get some slight jerkiness to the scrolling on the original super graphics version. So it's quite accurate in its emulation of the super graphics, as in the original does have performance dips on this level. But yeah, it's great. Nice, the game audio is quite so loud. Let's take a quick listen. Oh, I can hear it, yeah, that's fine. It's fine to me anyway. So if you're struggling with it, maybe not the volume up or put some headphones in, or you know, try another game. Now we're going to play. What are we going to play? Atomic Robo Kid. I know this is a big favourite of Sega Soft's, Atomic Robo Kid. I don't think he's very impressed with that. To be fair, he does walk like a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a spud. It ain't the worst. It ain't the worst game. That would definitely have to be something that was prehistoric. Some dodgy indie game on Spotify was something. There's too many great games in 16-bit for me to call out anyone as being particularly the worst game I've ever played. I mean, even Sword of Sodan on the Mega Drive, and Golden Axe on PC Engine, I mean, they are truly awful excuses for video game software in my opinion. But, you know, they're not the worst games I've ever played. Where I pushed the comment on probably the worst game I've ever played. Could be dating back to the old Acorn Electron era, possibly a game called Alvida's Aim Pet, based on a TV show. A game that unfortunately my brother decided to purchase back in the day, much to my amusement. And so the game is that bad. It was actually written in Acorn Electron Basic. You could go in and edit the actual game itself. It's rather amusing. scripts in there. But yeah, if you want to look up a bad game, notoriously bad game, I'd look that one up. Yeah, that's living alright. That's all I can say. Right? At least we saved out that. No, there's some cracking games, 8-bit, 16-bit games. Though for all the bitching that goes on about truly awful games, and there are some truly awful games. The worst games in history. Oh, Robo-Occupied to Dust. No, they're probably best left unmentioned because there are just too many good games to play. Bother yourself about the worst ones. Back in the day, it was definitely a playground thing running the old Mega Drive versus Super Nintendo. Always a cause for dispute. Playground. Well, mine was more when I was at college, to be honest. It was between Mega Drive and Amiga owners. Say, playground era for me was on computer, the old 8-bit on computer era, and obviously me being an Electron owner, you know, you're off on a downer straight away. Hard to defend the Electron against any particular 8-bit on computer. You really need to wipe this play out, it's bargain throw away. We really needed a better power up, because this one is absolutely pants. That's game over. Well, anyway, I think we better put something else on, because it's going to be like Robo Death. Would you class Bloody Wolf as a shooter? You know, you probably would. We'll play a bit of the Rambo-esque Bloody Wolf, which is cracking game really for its age. I mean, it ain't Commando and it ain't Rambo 3, but it's a good game in its own right. I've probably got a lot of nostalgia because I remember it back in the day. I remember it from back in the day. And it features some nice artwork on the box, like Future Mac 5 said a while ago. One of someone's streams, he says it's certainly common for PC Engine games to have better box art than the actual game. So again, we'll play a bit of Bloody Wolf. Code name BBBB. It's probably some unlockable code or something in there. I think you just put AAA, it makes a name, or calls you Eagle or something. Jump in motion there. Yeah. Flies through the air with the greatest balloons. Boom. Again, I quite like this game. It's got a fun story. I know it's one of those, isn't it? People were probably expecting a bit much, but it is fairly close to the coin op. If you want to look up the coin op on MAME or something, this is fairly close to the coin op. Feature a little bit slow there. Thinking it exactly. It's now slow down. Can you get off this bike? Yeah. Sorry. Right up there. In ass. Get that going. afraid, mate. You're getting left behind. You should help yourself. Oh, what was that? What was that? No way. No way. We're gonna have to have another go at that one. That was like a world record shortest attempt at gameplay on Bloody Wolf. Eagle, yeah, see. So like you go in AAAA. Code name Eagle. You're off the ball, boy. Nice of the enemy to leave all those crates around with the extra weaponry in there. Careless. Well, there you go. You actually climb up the van, don't you? Or wagon, whatever it is. Nice movement there. Vivo graphics pumping out that animation. What was that? Oh man, this is turning into a disaster. Come on. That's doing it that. Come on. Oh, jump and shoot at the same time. Really, jump and shoot at the same time there. A bit of concentration needed here. Fortunately, if that's the case, I think we'd have gone out. Oh, you've got to be foobarring me. Anyway, I think, yeah, I can't play Bloody Wolf on this with this pad. This pad is awful. It's my excuse anyway, and I'm sticking to it. Unfortunately, I'm using this cat shit retro bit pad that comes with it. Like I say, I suggest anyone who actually buys a retro bit, if you do buy one, best thing you can do is pad out this thing and like, you know, do something useful with it. It's okay, but if you're used to using a traditional pad, it's very much Super Nintendo quality, this pad. Right, another shooter. Burning Angels is a nice shooter as well, but we'll keep that one for another day. We don't want to blow our load on all the great shooters. Darius, I've played Darius more than once. It's a nice version of Twinbee on here as well. I know, I get obsessed with Twinbee. Can't beat a nice cute 'em up. It is a nice cute 'em up though, to be honest. It is a nice cute 'em. I like it. It's sad but true. We're losing a bit of natural daylight now. Options. It's nice to see. Rank normal, hard. Oh, it's got to be easy. Let's see if we can get a gameplay to last longer than 2 minutes. Right then.
one player. So you actually play 2 players on this as well, which is nice for PC Engine, especially if you've got one of those multi-taps. So, because the original engine, even though the engine mini has got a 2-player, then you can stick multi-taps in there. The original engine was unfortunately hampered with the single. Did have the single. Ooh. Controller port, didn't you? Trying to, you know, you can't get slaughtered by a game on easy, surely, you know. Got to put some effort into the gameplay, even if it is a minimal effort. Also, some nice games by Konami on the engine. Like you say, you're supposed to pick these bells up when they're different colours, different powers. So far, doing a grand job shooting them, but not. It's gonna have to do with the balance points. I'm afraid with that. Come on. You know you're having fun with the video game and the expletives start to pop out, or should I say fly out, especially with the retro games. Like I say, to me this is a nice looking game on the engine. It's a bit sedate, it's not particularly fast paced. I think that's probably because I've chose the easy difficulty. I think things tend to run a little bit quicker on this when it's difficulty levels ramped up. Certainly see a lot more enemy bullets. Or actually going to see any other power ups? Juggling the bells. No. Come on. Oh, the blue! He screwed it up. And the green, yes! Oh, the ecstasy. Yeah. The power of the PC engine is in full flow now. You need Soldier Blade when you've got Twin B. So I'm having the greatest looking graphics with the gameplay is like nails hard and you ain't enjoying playing the game. What's the point? What's the point actually, you know, persevering with it? This Twin B is quite, you know, he's a laid back kid, isn't he? Well, I see. So the blue knocks you back at the power, doesn't he? Just a bit of sprite glitch there. Yeah, some nice sprite colour here. Clever use of sprites along with the background. catchy music on this level. Yeah, I ain't sure how high the volume is or how quiet the music is, I should say. Not too sure. Trying to get headphones free today. Might stream again later on this evening, I don't know, I'll see how I feel. But, depends if there's any interest, to be honest. Yeah, I really like this game. It's a nice laid-back shooter. Maybe a bit easy for some people, but, you know, sometimes it's nice just to stick a game on and just enjoy it for what it is, feel harmless fun, rather than feeling the pressures. Pull it out. In all fairness, I mean, with the cutie graphics, it's, yeah, I don't think it's aged too badly. I'd say, yeah, I've got your pair up shot. Like so. Remember, you could actually play a version of this. What's it called now? It was. Is it like an arcade app on the Xbox 360? I forgot what it's called now. And you could download all old arcade games, and you could actually play these online, multiplayer, or you know, high score, plays tables against each other, against your friends. It's cool, isn't it? Well, anyway, I remember a few years back, there was a guy in America. It's on my friends list, and so he's obsessed with this game. He was always playing it, and well, I did actually on the arcade version on that Xbox 360 app, whatever it's called. Well, an arcade cabinet, I can't remember what it was called now. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to do an update if anyone's interested in the future stream. Find out what it is. Something. Well, anyway, you could post your high scores and things on the Xbox Live service. I remember he was mad on this game. He was always playing. And I remember beating his high score on it on the arcade version. And he used to play. I think he had a bit of a blob on him. He used to play regular all the time, and he was trying to beat, you know, compete with the high score that I put on there. It took him ages to beat it, but he did finally beat it in the end. But by the time he beat it, I'd stop playing the game anyway. I forgot what it was called now. What was that app called on the Xbox 360? Something called Crown Software or something. But it was officially licensed. You could download, pay for a year, download the arcade games. I've got arcade cabinet. Looks cool. Yeah. Want this information on it. Oh, not good. Oh, and this bit's terrible, isn't it? Go around these things, all spin. Exactly. Time that wrong. Yeah. Yeah, on that the Xbox 360 app, or game, whatever you want to call it, but it's mainly an app. It's almost like a marketplace thing, so you can purchase old coin-ops. Got Konami in it. You also got console games as well, and stuff like your television and stuff like that, you know, old stuff. You could download them and put them in your collection. No idea what the name of that app was called, man. It's bugging me, it's bugging me. Yeah, it's an unhealthy fixation. I should say fixation. Fixation. With Twimby, it's a shooter. It's one of those rare games, so I'll probably have to switch it off in a minute and put another game on rather than the game handing me my ass. And he's waiting for the. Oh well, that's still mere service anyway, ain't it, really? You can change the game and put something else on. Right. What are we going to play? Get a little bit more daylight. Right, what are we going to put on? Put another game on. Right. Played Dead Moon the other day. So I got some great pinball games on it as well, but this is a another shoot 'em up stream. Dragon Spirit's okay, it's a bit simplistic. It says after playing Twimby. Final Soldier's a nice nice shooter as well. It's a nice looking shooter. Tell you what, should we go with Violent Soldier? Ordine's right, it's a bit cutie though, and it's a bit cutie. Paranoia. Raiden. See, some of these ain't got the W ring's good as well. W ring. W ring. The double rings, it's called. It's a proper name for it anyway. The double rings. By NEC sets up. I ain't gonna mess with the options. I'm just gonna play it. This reminds me a little bit of Old Lines. Graphic style and the music. In all fairness, I do probably prefer this. A little bit over All Lines. All Lines picks up after the first stage. First stage, the opening stage on All Lines, apart from the end boss is dire. It's a real opera. And the first boss, the Mecha Godzilla style boss, you know, it's brilliant, but the actual graphical design of that first level is supposed to be based on Earth in the first level. As soon as you're leaving the base, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is a nice looking game actually. Some nice weapon effects. Those ring lasers. I've got the original for this. Watched a few videos of it on YouTube before splashing out the cash on this on HuCard. Because I did see, and it was like, you want the cheapest HuCard to get, you know what I mean? They ain't, just want that cheap. But I'm glad I did get it because it is nice. It is a nice game. It's a good game, good game. So, a little bit tricky. Especially shots more. Oh, you donkey. No offence meant to any donkeys out there. But yeah. Bit of light on in the room. Just a second. Pause that. Unfortunately, the daylight has passed. We're gonna have to resort to the so dull looking room light. No expensive mood lighting on this stream, only the god awful standard lighting. Nice use of PC Engine's colour cycling there to give you the effect of sort of like layered graphics in the PC Engine. Wasn't actually capable of doing in hardware. Certainly had good sprite handling capability. Impressive. Oh, impressive considering the hardware and the age of the hardware. But yeah, we'll put another shooter on and say I do like that game. I do like W Rings. To me, it's a good game. It's a nice game. To own as well. Xevious. I mean, that one's a pretty basic shooter, isn't it? Play Xevious. Yeah. Like Xevious, that's a pretty basic shooter. Obviously based on the coin op. Play the arcade. And this is a pretty good conversion of the aged coin op. Fortunately, it ain't a particularly exciting game, is it, Xevious? I believe it's got something like 6 out of 10 or something in Mean Machines. They're a bit generous with the scores on it, even though they actually slated it saying, you know, even in 1990 this was looking a bit aged. Again, for a retro game, you know. It's looking retro, it's looking retro. Isn't it? Very nice animation on the ground enemy there. Oh, what's he doing? Yeah. Evil. Fish eyes of doom. Oh, you've got to be. What an evil game. It looks so simple, doesn't it? It's pretty basic in it. I think there's a lot of underhanded enemy AI going on in this game. Especially the way some of the enemy patterns are sort of whisper around on the screen, and then, like you say, they dart off, and they sort of drag you into the unsuspecting path of a bullet. I mean, to be fair, at least the bullets got some sort of glowing effect. So it would attract your attention to them. But yeah, it ain't the most exciting of shooters, is it? It's okay. See, these are the tiles that we were talking about on the last stream. I knew they were in another Namco shooter. Yeah, Exedius actually use these things in other shooters over the years. I'm sure there are many shooters. They're sort of invincible tiles. Ah, oh, that's close. Yeah. Not. I mean, it ain't too bad. It ain't a shabby game. It's just a bit basic looking in it, really. Like I say, it's a fairly old coin-op as well, isn't it? It was the original 1985, 86 or something like that. Oh, getting twitchy now. Everything to play for here on this go. Oh. But this is action packed, isn't it, this? And suspense is killing me. Oh, here we go. Oh no, you know he's done now. He's jinxed it. Jinxed it. Jinxed it. Ah, I see. That's you and your big mouth. Jinxed it. Oh well. Come on. Oh. Look at this. No prisoners. One. And then you got them. And you got the cannonball shots as well. And now they're going to throw tiles at you just to get in the way. Oh, that's a bit unfair, isn't it? I don't think they'd have been showing gameplay from this on Bad Influence back in the day, would they? I think they would have needed Violet Berlin playing this sitting in her underwear, to be honest, to get views in on this. This is definitely a bit low key. It's got such a, it's like a Pac-Man weird old arcade nostalgia to it, I suppose. I suppose the thing is as well, these games have been re-released that many times by Namco on different collections as these, I'd say Dig Dug, and all the other old, very old, not classics that have been re-released on multiple compilations by Namco over the years. So you probably, I don't know, maybe tainted. The original slightly. They have that many compilation re-releases. Something you can't criticise Sega for. Not arcade-wise anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong now, these days, your car, well, where you couldn't go in a game or whatever, a game store, without seeing multiple copies of Sega Mega Drive collection for pretty much every console going. You know, from the Switch, I think it was only the Wii that never actually got a version of Mega Drive Classic Collection. I own 2 versions of Mega Drive Classic Collection, nothing wrong with it. It's like Sega never really treated the coin ops in the same way as it did Mega Drive. Obviously the Mega Drive is very popular as a console, particularly in Europe and America, with the Genesis. But yeah, Sega really should have probably pushed the boat out a bit more with its why not legacy, you know, and the likes of Golden Axe and even the dreaded Altered Beast. And say some of that they're unlockable in my own the arcade versions on some of these Mega Drive collections. But yeah, I mean the scale of stuff as well. But anyway, back onto the game that we're playing at the moment, and that is Xevious Arcade on PC Engine. And man, this is yeah. It's time for another game. That one's dragging on a bit. It's dragging on a bit, that one is. Yep. Gonna be using something else. So got version of Turrican on here. Tatsujin. We're gonna risk Tatsujin. No, I think we're gonna play Final Soldier. Yeah. Well, you got Cloudmaster, that's okay. Chuck a toys in. We're gonna play Final Soldier. Gonna have to be Final Soldier. Decent shooter. So you can choose normal game, 2-minute game, 5-minute game, and obviously the options we're going to go with a normal game. this one's had a fair bit of airplay over the years on YouTube. Different retro channels have featured gameplay of this in the past. I think Russ Newton used to be a fan of this back when he had a PC Engine. Well, if he's still got a PC Engine, he's probably got all this console stuff. I think he's concentrating more on the arcade stuff now, as far as I'm aware. But he's still got his Mega Drive, I suppose. Well, I know he did sort of slim back on some of his console collection. Yeah, this is a nice looking shooter. Again, whether it's better than Ordinary Superstar Soldier is debatable. Me personally, I don't mind this. I think the ship's probably a bit gaudy looking. Don't know. And some of the background graphics are maybe, I don't know, maybe look a bit more simplistic compared to Superstar Soldier. But all in all, it's a nice looking, nice sounding, nice playing shooter. Again, it's got a speed mechanic and the multiples different power-ups. Pretty much a run-of-the-mill style shoot on PC Engine, this really. These are the sort of shooters that PC Engine's known for. As far as you know. So it features some nice starfield effects in the background there. There's a smart bomb. You actually forget how good looking this game is actually. The problem when you've got a lot of retro games in your collection, you do tend to neglect some of your old favourites. It's the only trouble with these Everdrives and things. It's been mentioned before. If you've got like an Everdrive or one of these multi-carts, and you've got a multitude of games to choose and play from, sometimes you neglect your old favourites. It's nice to try new games, or new old games I should say, games that you never really gave much of a chance in the past. Nice to revisit them with a fresh set of eyes. But the old stuff, a lot of it, you know yourself, I'm sure, you've got your old favourites, the old favourites. To be fair, I did play a lot of this back in around PC Engine. I just think I played so much of the Superstar Soldier back in the day as well, that this didn't really seem like it was a great advancement. I think that's a thing with it as well. I think that's the same with Soldier Blade as well. It didn't really feel like it advanced the series much. I mean, I played quite a lot of Gunhead and Superstar Soldier back in the day. But I do remember playing this quite a lot as well. So it's great when you can buy HuCards, you can get them for like less than 30 quid each. And some of them, I remember buying some HuCards, they was probably used, weren't brand new sealed. I think I was only paying like 15 quid, 20 quid for them, and they were like mint. Back before the days of the high street multi-chains, you know, like these, like the Game and all that. You know, you used to have your little obvious computer stores and the import suppliers. You know, you could buy games that were, you know, reasonably priced, in great condition, used. Stuff that people had traded in, or gamers had traded in. You know, you weren't being ripped off. And, you know, because they weren't that old back then. These games, I mean, they weren't retro back then. They were just, you know, they were probably last gen. You know what I mean? You know, when I started to pick some PC Engine stuff up, it's like probably considered last gen. It's like the 3DO and stuff were out then. So I said about the 3DO, the better. I never owned a 3DO console. And to be honest, there's only a couple of games I've ever seen on the 3DO that I thought, oh, they look good, and one of them was Road Rash and the other one was Need for Speed. I know we did get some conversions to Samurai Showdown and Street Fighter and things like that. They were supposed to be pretty good for the time, but nah. Just like I say, I was picking PC Engine stuff up. I think at that time, yeah, the PC Engine had like progressed to the point where the arcade card was its sort of like its last hope around about that time, wasn't it? But yeah, you could pick up like, you know, Mega Drive games and PC Engine games for really good prices, and they were generally in good condition. People don't knock them about. Like I say, then things moved on to CD, like PlayStation and Saturn. I don't know, the quality of second-hand games market seemed to deteriorate, in my opinion. You couldn't pick up second-hand games in such good condition. They were quite battered. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could always pick up battered quality video games, no matter, you know, however their age. But I think there was a time when you went into like Blockbuster or Game, and you were looking for like a game that's anything, you know, from PlayStation 1 or even some PlayStation 2 games and things, they'd be in terrible condition. I mean, discs that look like they've been used as frisbees. There are how many scratches on them. I mean, I must have tried to polish them using a hand scarer. I mean, I've still got a couple of PS2 games in my collection that the discs are in a pretty sad state. They work, but if you look at the discs, you think, my God, what are they doing with that? Was it used as a coaster or as a frisbee? Or yeah, no, but anyway, I'll stop waffling on now. Just waffling on. Yeah, it's nice sort of Sunday afternoon shooter in it. Final Soldier. You have to say the boss is gonna hear and kick my ass. So. Oh, what did he say? I seem to have a nice little smiley face on him as well. I think he's got a little smiley face on him. Smiley face is doing some weird style wheels on the bottom there on his tracks, allows him to do all his movements around the screen. Oh, that was a bad movement. No! You don't want to do that. You lost all your power-ups. It's as though it's got some advanced technology, PC Engine advanced technology. You can sense when you say, oh, it's just a nice leisurely Sunday afternoon shooter, this one. So then it releases old whiz wheels here, wipes out half your lives. As I say, I've got 5 lives. Can you believe that? 5 lives left after all that. Ocean Zone, Stage 3. I remember I upped the ante a little bit on this level. At this point, sort of lulled you in with a steady succession of difficulty. Yeah, it's quite laid back in it. This, if you play the shooter, like the next one I'll probably put on, I'm gonna put overdrive on and see how long you last on overdrive. Ah, yeah. See how long you last on overdrive. And the last one on chicken dipper. You know, last long on overdrive. Man, what did he say? A leisurely Sunday afternoon shooter. He's down to 1 life, look, and he's down to no lives now. Oh dear, back in the day, control pads would have been flying. Man, to be fair, I'm never one of them people that got a control pad and bashed it off the screen. If you lose to a game, you lose to a game at the end of the day. Most of the time it's because you crap at it at the end of the day. That's it. What's the point in throwing your controller up in the air and smashing your controller or whatever? And I've just always found that offensive, to be honest. I'd be around a friend's house and I'd get a fit on them. I'd be like, oh, I hate this game or whatever, and start smashing the controller about whatever. I'd be like, time to go. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can have a real rant screen. You know, expletives can be flying, but no controllers damaged. I mean, you know, each to their own, but I just think it's a bit. Download's a nice shooter as well. Should we play a no, we ain't gonna play 64 live. Violent Soldier. Violent Soldier is a decent game, PC Engine. ISS. Doesn't actually sound at top screen. A bit underwhelming here, when you look at that. It's like shield blast, isn't it? Area. A million out of it, isn't it? Compared to something like Thunder Force 3. Yeah. Oh god, it's quite bad in Mesopotamia. It's the Slinky out of Mesopotamia. Spread shot. Come on. It's an interesting game mechanically that opening closing the nodes of the ship. Close again to talk to your spread. Middle. Different one here. I suppose the only, oh no, sorry, itchy nose there. The only game similar, I suppose. Well, quite a few games later on. Eliminate games a bit like that on the Metroid. For solve these as well. That's another one. The spread shot mechanics into this. So you can edge arms of the spacecraft or whatever. So you can change your formation, shot formation, rather than relying on a pair up. It's fair. It makes more sense really, don't you think about it? The old pair up system for shooting ups. It's a bit of a strange one really, and it actually makes sense if you think about it. Some use of PC Engine hardware to give the light graphics depth, parallax effect. So, like Darius Plus uses sprite overlays to give that graphic effect. It's another game that I did own back in the day. It's a mega expensive game now, considering what it is, because it's a rare to get game. But it ain't the always quality game, in my opinion. Again, it's still one of these, because it's fairly rare to get hold of. Man's a fairly high price. Gotta be kidding me. Concentration levels are high at the moment. Don't know what to worse. Bullets that hang around and hover around on the screen. Fast moving bullets. It's got to be the fast moving bullets really. To just give you some sort of chance to dodge them, I suppose. Oh, you've got to be. Fall back with this tank, you know it's going to be like now without a power up or anything. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. Look at this lot. Look at this lot. You've got no chance. Yeah. That was Violent Soldier. And again, this is a 1 hour 21 length stream, and I think we're going to call it there for the moment. So again, thank you very much for viewing, and catch you again on the next stream whenever that is, whether it be later on this evening or tomorrow or whenever the mood takes. Again, thank you very much for viewing.